Good morning, people, and welcome to the 6 a.m. Club, man. I hope you're blessed and I hope you've woken up another day and God has blessed you today and you're feeling good. Now, I got a question for you, right? Have you outgrown your circle? This is something that I often hear people say. This is something that I often hear people refer to when they speak about where they're at in their life and where they've a place that they've gone to, right? It's normally in a way of, it's not a way of disrespecting someone else and saying, I'm bigger than them or I'm better than them. It's more in the place of, you know what? Once upon a time, we aligned as people, but we no longer align. And because of that, I've had to move forward and had to move on. So I have this question for you and for the people, for you to think of today, which is, have you outgrown your circle? Now, what prompted me to have this conversation is something personal that's going on with me, and some people within my life that I feel like you get to a point when you understand that no matter how many years or how many situations you've been with certain people or your friends or even your family, right? There comes a time when how you vision the world is not the same as theirs. Sometimes you guys you'll have a similar thought process and similar attitude towards the world forever. Other times you outgrow them or they outgrow you. You grow in different ways. And for me, that is something that I feel like for years I've been dealing with, which is like some people who are around me, even like the things that they discuss on a day-to-day basis, or the things that they're arguing about, or the things that affect them, the things that annoy them, the things that disturb their energy are things that I'm like, it doesn't even exist to me anymore. I don't even care about it. Now, the problem here is I can either stay around that and I can either keep on adopting it or keep on trying to pull them with me. Come with me. Or I can say, do you know what? They've grown in a different way and I've grown in a different way. And that is just how life is. Do you know what I mean? We're not all destined to be friends forever. Once upon a time, I've heard it so many times, to be fair. But someone said that not everybody can come with you. Not everybody's going to be with you. Do you know what I'm saying? I have friends who used to be my friends who are now addicted to drugs. They're crackheads. Do you know what I'm saying? So I didn't stick with them on the basis of, we used to be friends. We used to be close. We used to roll, whatever. I understood that in order for me to survive and in order for my growth, I have to let go of that relationship. But sometimes that's a very extreme one. Sometimes we don't view other people having different people who are friends having the views they have. We don't view it as extreme. We view it as, oh, it's all right. They just think what they think. I just think what I think. No, but some of these things can make you dead. Some of these things can end you up in jail. Some of these things can take away from your greatness. Some of these things can make you not be better. They make you be smaller. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, I think whenever I feel resistance, as in whenever I feel like this wasn't easy, there was something here, I like to view what it was. Now, whether that's me speaking to my missus, not that I have one, but I'm saying me speaking to my missus and she says something to me and I feel friction. I feel like, rah, what do you mean? Or I feel mad. I view that after and I sit and I think, why did you feel like that? Why did you get vexed? Why did you feel annoyed? What bothered you? Why is that triggering you? Right? And we spoke about triggers before on the 6 a.m. Club. But with friendship, if they're doing something or saying something or pursuing something and I'm not in agreement with it, what is that trigger? What is that thing that's making me feel like I do not want to be a part of this anymore? Or I don't want to be a part of this conversation, or I don't want to be a part of that argument. Ask yourself, where is it? Where are you at? What is it? What is that thing that's driving you? Because there's something within you that is driving you to want to be separated or want to be somewhere else or not in agreement. And for me, that is where my life is at currently. So now it's, once you know these things and once you feel these things, now it's a decision on you. Because you can either stay stagnant and stay with the same people and stay with the same situations that you didn't agree with, or you can pursue something better. Or, I don't even want to say better, pursue something different that is more in line with you and where you're at and your mindset. Do you understand what I'm saying? When I was a kid, I used to like Marvel. I still like Marvel now. It's one of my favorite things. I don't know why I said that, because I love Marvel. I love Marvel. But when I was a kid, I might have liked Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or I might have liked Biker Mice from Mars, for example. Big up the Biker Mice from Mars. They were cold. Or Stingray, or Thunderbirds, right? For example. Now, I understand my life has moved. I no longer like those things. I still love Marvel, but I'm saying I no longer like some of those things. You know what I mean? And that is fine, because it's a natural progression. It's a natural order of where I had to go. Not everything is an attack, is what I'm trying to say. And you have to explain that to people. When you're departing, or when you're moving to a different direction or through a different direction, sometimes people don't understand it. Sometimes they take it as disrespect. Sometimes they take it as an attack. They take it as, you think you're better than me, right? And that's even part of the misunderstanding there, right? But sometimes you have to explain to people, do you know what it is? I'm just in a different place. And where you are is not where I am. And in order for me to grow, and in order for me to be better, and for me to improve, I have to let this go. I have to let go of the conversations. I have to let go of the alliances. I have to let go of the energy. Okay, it's a real thing. The people that call your phone, the people who can call your phone, the people who message you daily. Do you know what I'm saying? The people who joke around with you on social media, it's all a real thing. The energy is real. You know what I mean? So what kind of energy do you want to be surrounded by? Do you know what I'm saying? So I ask you again, right? And this is a good question for anybody, man. Have you outgrown your circle? Yeah? Have a think about it. I always used to hear this statement. It was something like, if your circle, something, you're in a cage. I can't remember, but it's something to do with a cage. One of you that all remember it, put it in the comments, yeah? You're in a cage. And I agree. Because sometimes these things will hold you back. I learned more about life when I extended my friendships, when I joined a band, and my band was multicultural. Do you know what I mean? When I went to work, and I worked on the railway, and I worked with a load of white guys. I was one of the only black guys, but you learnt stuff. Do you know what I mean? When I made friends in prison who are with people who are not from the same background as me, those are the times when I learnt. Those are the times when I learnt about life. Those are the times when I learnt about other people, but also those are the times when I grew. And the growth of a man, especially, yeah, and I can only speak on being a man because I'm a man, but the growth of a man should never stop. It should always be moving, whether emotionally, whether physically, should always be growing, you know? And once that growth does stop, you have to look around you and assess and move forward and move to something different. You know what I mean? So that's fine. I remember before I go, I remember this story of, I can't remember what they're called, but they're like a little bug, right? And what happens is they jump. They're known to jump, I don't know, let's say 100 times their body or something. I don't know what it is, right? But they can jump really high. If they was human, they could jump over buildings, the tallest buildings, they could clear them, right? But the problem with this insect here, I can't remember what it is, what it's called, right? That if you put it in a jar and you put the lid on the jar and the insect jumps and it keeps hitting the lid, right? It learns that if it jumps too high, it will always hit this lid. So what happens is when you take the lid off, the insect never jumps out because it still is conditioned to thinking it's going to hit the roof. It's going to hit the ceiling of this, it's going to hit this lid. Right? And that is how we can be conditioned as humans. You know what I'm saying? The people you're around, they can condition you. The things you see can condition you. The things you log into, the shows you watch, the people you talk about, the music you listen to, all these things can condition you and make you make you understand that there's nothing more for you, or make you feel like there's nothing more for you. And I just want the best for myself, and I want more for myself. And sometimes that takes you to outgrow your circle. So on that note, I'm going to leave you and have a think about it, man. That's been the 6 a.m. club. Big up the man them, big up the gal them. Wagwan for the weirdos, I just can't understand them. 6 a.m. club to the world and back. And I see you lot soon, man. Big up, big up, big up.